Good afternoon, Wings fans and Philadelphia Wings fan club members. This is Rocco Granado from LacrosseWeTrust.com, LaxPhilly.com, and for the Philadelphia Wings fan club. With me right now, needing really no introduction, unless you've been under a rock for the past 24 hours, is our new head coach and general manager, Paul Day. Paul, first of all, welcome to Philadelphia.
Oh, thanks very much. What an honor it'll be to be involved in this organization, getting it back to where it was.
Now, you know what Philly's like, and I'm just going to go through just some of your resume that is out there. Player in 3 Minnow Cups for the Junior A Peterborough Lakers. Member of the Ontario Lacrosse Hall of Fame. 21 years in NLL coaching experience. 4 Champion Cup titles. Of course, the famous ones from 2012 to 2014 with the Rochester Nighthawks. You were an assistant with them in the 2011 season up to the present, the last year. Head coach from 98 to 05. The first head coach and general manager of the Edmonton Rush, which is now the Saskatchewan Rush, with them moving. And GM of the famous Peterborough Lakers of the MSL, 15-time Man Cup champions. And before we get into everything, what is it like? I mean, that is one of the most prestigious championships in lacrosse. What is it like to win that? Compare it to the Champions Cup in the NLL.
Yeah, as a player in '92, I won in the Spectrum, and in '97, Buffalo. So 2012, we won in Rochester at home. It was the first time. That was really, really special. Winning a Man Cup as a kid growing up in Peterborough. I played in 2 of them in '90 and '97, and I coached in 2015, and so it was my 4th time there, and basically 27 years, so pretty special. It's Peterborough's kind of a mini Philadelphia. A lot of the old Wings are still involved. John Grant Sr.'s on our board, Bobby Allen, Lenny Powers, who played in Rochester. But anytime I see Carm Collins every home game, Bobby Allen. They're all, so Peterborough's kind of a mini Philadelphia, always has been. It was real special. Pretty special. I'd love to win one of those at home too, but it's a lot of work. Summertime, it's a grind. I live 3 hours away from Peterborough, so it's a tough drive up there sometimes through Toronto. I bought a place up north in Buckhorn, just north of Peterborough, and my wife is addicted to lacrosse, and the little guy's 6. He comes everywhere with us, and he knows about the Wings. He always used to ask me why they're gone, because there's a documentary on about the Wings. Brody and everybody was there, so he's pretty pumped that they're coming back. But, obviously it's a great championship. I'm really enjoying it now, but I'm already doing work for the summer, because sooner than you know, we'll be back playing and we want to win another one.
Now, when you as a player and as a coach, when you came into Philly, what was that feeling like as opposing player and opposing coach? Walking into the Spectrum, walking into the Wells Fargo Center, knowing what kind of crowd you were going to be facing.
Yeah, it was a special road trip for everybody in the league. Every organization wanted to fill the rink and have fans like that. I know our fan club always had a great relationship with the Wings fan club. It was the place to play, and the alumni in the '90s and early 2000s really made it really special. And I think one of the things we're going to really do in training camp is every time we have a training camp session, bring Gabrielson and all the guys back, make sure they talk to the players, the young guys, because some of them don't know much about the Wings, so make sure that we keep the heritage and the history alive. But it was my favorite place to play. It was my favorite place. And obviously when I played in Buffalo, we had a great following too. It started really fast, but as the years went on, Denver was awesome. So I think all the teams learned from Philadelphia. This is the environment, this is the entertainment, these are the people, what will happen if you put a good product on the field.
Now, when the news came through, you were the new head coach, general manager, there was a flood of messages, not just from Philadelphia fans, but from Rochester fans. Some old friends that you know of, Jen, Tim Natter, just wish you all the best of luck. They want us to take care of you to make sure nothing happens to you, and they can't wait to have you back behind the bench. But unfortunately, you're going to be on our bench.
I'll be getting the sucks.
Not that, yeah. Well, no, that sucks comes back to Philly.
That's right.
Okay, we lent it to Rochester on a loan, and that's really it. So that's ours, and it's going to be ours. But what can the fans expect? First of all, who is Paul Day? What have you done personal life as a job? I know a member of the Niagara Police Force, I believe, recently retired.
Yep, August the 1st retired. So I spent 27 years there. Great career. It's just like being in sports. It's funny. My last year at university, I was sharpening skates in Peterborough. And a guy I used to play hockey with, played in Calgary for the Flames, and he brought his skates in to sharpen. And I was like 22. What are you doing here? I said, I was playing in the American Hockey League, and I decided to be a cop. It's like, what's that like? It's being on a team, and it was so true. It was really like being in a sports team. Obviously, I had a great career. It was a lot of fun. I did street crime. Most of my career I did organized crime, follow people. I love following people.
You did organized crime. You come to Philly, it kind of okay.
That was great, and it was so much fun. And I'm obviously a dangerous job, but my wife's still doing it. She's got 7 more years. I finished my last 3 years in charge of our recruiting department. So very similar to sports too. It's, finding the best people to come and represent your organization, really, and represent your organization to the public on a daily basis. So really similar to recruiting a team. So I enjoyed that, and then I retired. I really retired because there was an opportunity I knew with expansion to get more heavily involved in lacrosse. And I think that relationship between the fans and the players and coaches in our league is because we're all passionate about the game. We love the game. Like, I love the game. I'm a fan. I have a hard time sometimes. I do much better on video cutting up games. I go to a game with scout players, but then I enjoy the game. I'm still such a fan of lacrosse. And I think that's why there's such a good relationship between coaches, players, and fans. Because we all know how important the game is to us. We're not the NFL, we're not the NBA or Major League Baseball where guys are making millions of dollars. And we know how important fans are to the game because we are fans too.
Now, what can fans expect from you? Players you want to bring in. You know how Philly is. They want a winner. They want to see the team succeed. They don't want to see a team just give 50% and then roll over and play dead. But sometimes it has happened where teams just kind of sit back and they don't do that. Because Philly will let you know. They will let you know, and you won't live it down. They want a team that's going to be competitive, a team that's going to be hungry. So what can they expect?
Well, I think I've had a lot of relationships with people in sports, and it really starts with relationships. And I think it's a team first. I'm all about a team first environment, so that means our coaching staff is a team, and everybody will be involved in making decisions. Obviously, I'll make the ultimate decision, but we're going to do that as a group, and that's how you're going to be successful. And the locker room, training camp, everything will be a team first environment. That means team comes before your personal success, and that starts with good, trusting relationships. So the type of player we'll be bringing to Philadelphia will have had that in their past. It's not going to be a new thing when they get to Philadelphia. They need to have had that past success in history, and I'm not talking about winning championships, but that comes with having good relationships with your teammates, your coaches, fans, that type of person. That's how you build a team from the ground up. And they're going to have to compete every day. Being competitive, it's a dirty word to me because you're a competitive team, that means you're happy to lose. I hate the word,
right.
But you need to compete every night. That's, obviously we break that down into different increments, but you got to be able to compete everywhere you go. So when I watch a kid in the summer and it's 15-5 score, I watch right now in the NLL. I'm watching people that compete when they're down by 7-8 goals. How is that compete level? Is it the same as when it's a tie game? So that's the type of person that we want to bring there. Obviously, obviously we're going to have some great drafts in the next couple of years. We get some pretty talented players, but those talented players also have to have that compete. They could be a superstar, but
they'll have that competitiveness.
we want that
Right.
24 guys that are going to make a great contribution. 4 guys in the practice roster. They'll play. Like last year in Rochester, we had 8 guys on the practice roster in IR that played. So in this league now, everybody's involved and everybody's going to be a big part of it. And I mean, we want people there that are going to be helping the grassroots. You know, we get 5 or 6 guys living in Philly helping with grassroots to grow the game. So 10 years from now, a boy living in Philadelphia growing up is learning the indoor game out of the skate zone, and he's going to be a wing one day. That's what we want.
And if you look at the players that you had under you as a head coach and assistant coach, you're looking at the likes of Casey Powell, going back to Brent Ford, Dan Dawson now, Cody Jamieson, Stephen Keogh. When you just look at the rosters, people go back to the Nighthawks roster from 98 up to the present. They were 98 through 05 when you were the head coach. And you look at that team, and I believe it was in 03, that offensive team still holds the most goals scored by Rochester Nighthawks. In the league now, it's held by Georgia last year. They did that. But I believe it's somewhere around 261 goals in 2003. I think he went 13-3 that year. I mean, the offense, the strength that was on that team, the old Philly fans know about that. That's what I think the new fans are going to be coming in and watching this game.
And the game, I mean, we talk a lot about playing the right way. And I mean, the game's fast now. That's great. It's a better game than it was 10 years ago. Obviously, it was a great game 10 years ago. Guys are bigger, faster, stronger, and we like to play fast. I mean, if you get to see us in Peterborough, we like an athletic team that's going to play fast. That's what we want here. We want guys are going to play fast, play hard, play the right way, and respect the game. I think that's a big thing with us is respecting the game. And that means, playing the right way, being good people off the floor with fans, and because it's about more than anything. We're trying to grow the game, and that comes with people that respect the game. And those are the kids, in college that will play 12 months a year, and they'll just play until they can't play anymore. That's the type of person we want in Philadelphia. It's passionate. They're going to be at the airport in Toronto, and they're going to be delayed for 8 hours. They're going to get 4 hours sleep, and they're going to have the game of their life. Those are the type because they love it. It's an honor to be able to play. You're blessed to play. And look at here, we're here today in Baltimore trying to grow the game because we love the game.
Right. Now, you've been asked this, I know, yesterday in Philly, in the Wells Fargo Center. The Wings theme song comes on, Welcome to the Jungle. How loud do you expect that crowd to be? How loud do you expect it to be? The first home game, players are announced, and then you're announced as the head coach and general manager. What is that going to, the feeling going to be like?
Oh, I know, yeah, you'll be holding the guys back. It's funny. One radio interview yesterday asked me what I'm going to say to the guys. Well, I mean, obviously in the room, it's going to be about passing the torch from the success of the Wings championships in the past to now up to these guys to carry that on. It'll be pretty calm because the arena's going to go crazy. Funny, my friend played for the Flyers and the late 80s, early 90s. I remember going to the rink, and I knew that the MIL existed. And I'm a lacrosse player at the time, but I never went to a Wings game, and he was there. But I remember going to Flyer games and saying, what a great city for lacrosse, and I knew that existed. I mean, I've been in there before when the places, we lost in overtime, and lost, like with seconds left, the place goes great. That's what we want to bring back. And I mean, that's great for the community. It's also great for lacrosse and great for the NLL. And again, kids are going to see that maybe on the news. Sports highlights are going to see it on Twitter. This arena exploding. Who's not going to want to play there? It's going to grow the game. I think that's the. Obviously, I'm thinking short term right now with planning in that first game, but I'm also thinking, I can't wait to see Wells Fargo 5 years from now when more people are there and game's growing like crazy in Philadelphia.
Now, you know that there's probably players out there that, they're not sitting there going, oh, I hope I'm not protected. But there's players out there in the other franchises, in Saskatchewan, in Calgary, in Vancouver, Rochester, Buffalo, that may have it in the back of their head, I want to put on that Wings sweater. One of the original 4 teams to start the league. Yes, they moved to New England, now they're coming back. So still one of the oldest franchises around. So even though, you may be a lifelong roughneck, but now you got a chance to come to Philly and be a member of one of the oldest franchises. How do you think some of those players would react? I mean, we don't know who it's going to be because we don't know what's going to happen in the expansion draft and who's going to be available, obviously.
Yeah, you see in hockey, guys come back to the original 6 teams, and they talk about how it's that kind of special environment that they come. It might be later in their career, but they get to finally be part of that environment. And I think it's obviously the team being resurrected, and obviously an unbelievable ownership group. Players are going to know they're going to come to Philly and be treated very well. And obviously the environment with the fans and the arena, the atmosphere around the game. I'm sure there's guys out there that would love to do that. But I'm sure there'll be some young guys that are in college right now that they know what the Wings are. As 10 and 12-year-olds, they would have watched some of their favorite players play there. So I'm sure that's it's a great market. It's a great market for guys, and it's going to be an even better market now that we've got Comcast, Spectacor, and the Flyers behind it, and wanting to grow it at the grassroots level, which is huge.
Yeah, it's very huge. You mentioned about the college players; they know what the Wings are about. I remember there was one former Wing player, Eric Hoffman, and I talked to him before. He said that he remembers being in the Spectrum as a kid, watching the game, and thinking one day that could be him, and it happened. His dream came true. He was out on the floor wearing a Wings sweater, playing for the Wings. So it's not impossible for anybody out there. The high school, college athletes, free agents, the open trials, whatever. You never know. Look at Bill O'Brien. He was trained, played football, never played lacrosse. And look where he is now. He's back on the Bandits practice squad, and he'll be playing tonight, trying to earn a spot on Team USA. Now, one last thing before we let you go. Where have you been to any of the sites in Philly?
Sure, I've been to Liberty Bell. I've been to Rocky. In the old days, it's funny. The old days was a different league. We didn't fly in the night before. Didn't have a lot of shoot around. So as coaches, when we go to New York, we go to Philly. Players would go to the hotel, have lunch, and we would go do sightseeing. So and plus, I spent a lot of time in Cherry Hill and Voorhees with my friend who played for the Flyers. So I haven't spent as much time there. Obviously, I spent a couple days in August, which was great. It's a great city. I'm really looking forward to being able to bring my wife and my little guy, bring the family down, and spend some time. Great food, good people. My wife's Italian. She's from northern Italy.
She'll fit right back there.
So it's great. We've had a pretty special relationship with Rochester. We'll always stay, but I think it was time, and what a better. This is like my ideal position is to be able to kind of. To be able to have something to give to help this franchise, and I'm going to do everything I can daily to make sure that we're ready to go next fall for training camp.
And finally, we had a lot of us had to kind of keep our mouths shut as to who the head coach is going to be. I had people ask me, do you have any idea? Do you think you know who it is? And I'm just kind of shrugging it off like, no, but this is who I would like to have. This is who I think. Try to put little surveys up, and it's like everything had to be just hush. I kind of pieced it all together, okay, without seeing you behind the bench at the beginning of the season. and knowing that they were going after a long-time assistant and not a former wing coach that's been behind the bench. They wanted to go fresh, somebody new. And I was just looking, and I'm like, somebody's missing behind that Rochester bench. And it was you, and now here you are.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the big thing with any coach in this league is, for me anyways, I've always worked with great people, and you need a real strong bench. Not just the 3 or 4 people on the bench, but people that are your scouts, people that are upstairs watching. We always had a real strong group in Rochester, retired players, and guys that are all summer long grinding, and they see the little, this guy can play, but no one's giving him a shot. So I think people need to know that's the type of staff we'll bring. We won't make any coaching decisions until the summertime, just because everybody's busy coaching right now. So, and then, I mean, we'll make sure we have a very strong coaching staff. The next month or so, we'll be putting some management staff together as far as scouting and guys that can help right now, and making sure that we see enough people. We got Alex Smith in the market right now, obviously working on skate zone. We're going to task him with doing some NLO games on crossover. Start watching some Western guys that are BCs and BC guys. The great thing about that is you can actually, they're all good players, but you need to know them as a person. You need to know how passionate they're about the game. You need to know if there's somebody you want to bring to Philadelphia. So, guys that live in certain regions can kind of help us do that. I think that's really important. People know that we're going to have a very strong organization. It's not just Spectacor or the Flyers, which is obviously second to none in professional sports, but also the group of men that come in, part of the management staff and coaching staff.
Coach, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's been a busy 24 to 48 hours here at the convention. The big announcement yesterday, and the expo out here earlier. Now you get a chance hopefully to see what's going on behind these curtains here, and enjoy the rest of the convention. And again, welcome to Philadelphia.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
We're coming.
Okay. Paul Day, General Manager, Head Coach of our Philadelphia Wings. Rocco Granado from lacrosswetrust.com, blacksphilly.com, and the Philadelphia Wings Fan Club. Hope everybody enjoyed the interview. I'll see you on the other side.